Golden Girl, or an undercover bully? These are Blake Lively's worst moments. Blake Lively a bully? Justin Baldoni's legal team says yes, and they claim to have the receipts to prove it. The drama behind It Ends With Us isn't just on screen. Justin's lawyer, Brian Friedman, has blamed Blake of orchestrating a pattern of bullying and threats to take over creative control of the movie. According to legal filings, Blake allegedly pressured Justin into accepting her script rewrites, including a major overhaul of the rooftop meet-cute scene while using others to deliver demands on her behalf. Friedman also claims Blake and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, worked behind the scenes to push Justin out of key production decisions. Allegedly, the couple influenced studio executives and used industry connections to sideline Justin's vision for the film. Court documents detail a 224-page complaint and a 168-page timeline of events, outlining how Blake's alleged actions created a toxic work environment. Blake, however, has fired back with her own legal claims, pointing the finger at Justin for improper conduct and attempting to tarnish her reputation. So, who's the real villain here? Hollywood loves a scandal, but this one might just outshine the movie itself. Blake Lively just proved that not all friendship bracelets lead to friendship. The London premiere of It Ends With Us was supposed to be a glamorous affair, but Blake managed to stir up some unexpected drama over a bracelet. A fan excitedly handed her a friendship bracelet, a sweet nod to the trend made popular by Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. But instead of accepting it graciously, Blake reportedly told the fan, "That's so sweet, but it doesn't go with my outfit. I'll wear it later." Now, was this just an innocent fashion choice? Maybe. But the internet had other thoughts, especially since her earrings matched the bracelet perfectly. Adding fuel to the fire, her younger co-star, Isabella Ferrer, happily accepted a similar bracelet from another fan, making Blake's response look even colder in comparison. And that wasn't the only awkward moment of the night. Another clip showed Blake shushing excited fans, which some saw as dismissive. While celebrities are human and have their off moments, this premiere only added to the chatter about Blake's attitude toward her supporters. Maybe next time, she should just take the bracelet and keep it moving. Blake's humor is sharp, but sometimes maybe a little too sharp. Blake Lively's humor is usually a hit until it's not. While fans love her playful online presence, some of her offhanded comments have raised eyebrows. One notable example? A viral clip where she jokingly told a fan's partner, "Hi Stephanie, you should leave him." Ouch! While some laughed it off as classic Blake sarcasm, others found it a little too cutting, especially when directed at strangers. And that wasn't the only instance. Over time, compilations have surfaced with titles like Blake Lively annoying everyone or low-key bullying moments. These videos feature moments where her humor seems to walk a fine line between playful and pointed. Whether it's teasing fellow actors in interviews or making quips that don't land well, some fans are questioning if there's a pattern. Of course, not everyone sees it that way. Many argue that Blake's humor is just dry and direct. But in an era where social media magnifies everything, even casual remarks can turn into major debates. Blake Lively and Parker Posey walked into an interview and then acted like the interviewer didn't exist. Interviews can be awkward, but this one, yikes. In a Resurfaced 2016 clip, Blake and co-star Parker Posey sat down with journalist Kirsty Flaw and promptly acted like she wasn't even there. Seriously, they spent most of the time chatting between themselves, barely acknowledging her existence. Kirsty later revealed that the experience had a lasting impact, especially since she was going through personal struggles at the time. She described feeling completely ignored, with Blake and Parker making the whole exchange needlessly uncomfortable. When the clip started making rounds again during Blake's legal drama with Justin Baldoni, people had a lot to say. One commenter called it straight-up high school mean girl behavior, while another pointed out how neither actress even made proper eye contact. The whole thing gave off a serious, "you can't sit with us" energy. Of course, some fans defended Blake, saying she was just playing off Parker's eccentric energy. But let's be real, it's not that hard to be polite. If ignoring interviewers was an Olympic sport, this moment might have won gold. Blake's interviews are going viral for all the wrong reasons. Blake's interviews have been getting a second life online, and not in a good way. As clips resurface, fans are piecing together a pattern that's, well, not exactly charming. From eye-rolling at journalists to completely ignoring questions, her on-camera moments have some calling her out for being dismissive, condescending, and, at times, just plain rude. One viral example, a red carpet moment where she visibly sighed and gave a reporter a sharp next question. Another, that infamous press junket where she and her co-star acted like the interviewer didn't exist. Add to that multiple instances of sarcastic responses, cutting people off mid-question and throwing in jokes that don't land or sting a little too much, and you've got yourself a trend. Of course, some defend her, saying she's just got a dry sense of humor, but others argue that Hollywood's charm standard isn't that high, so if you're standing out for the wrong reasons, maybe there's something to it. At this point, her PR team must be working overtime or avoiding interviews altogether. Blake's text just leaked and, let's just say, people have thoughts. Blake's texting habits are making waves. And no, it's not just about a late-night typo. In February 2025, Justin fired back at Blake's lawsuit by launching a whole website, because why not, that conveniently included some very interesting text exchanges between the two. One particular message from April 8th, 2023, had people clutching their pearls. Blake allegedly texted Justin about an intimate scene saying, "If you knew me in person longer, you'd have a sense of how flirty and yummy the ball-busting would play. It's my love language, spicy and playfully bold, never with teeth." Now, in Blake's defense, she was probably talking about acting dynamics, but the internet, not buying it. One person summed it up best. "Imagine if your husband found out you were texting your coworker this. Blake really lost her damn mind." Of course, her fans rushed in, claiming it was nothing more than a misinterpreted message. But let's be real, when you're fighting a lawsuit, maybe don't text your coworker about being flirty and yummy. Just a thought. Blake Lively's high school antics just resurfaced, and they are not cute. Blake has told some wild stories, but this one did not land well. In a resurfaced interview, she casually dropped a teenage anecdote that had the internet doing a collective double take. Blake admitted that back in 10th grade, she and her best friend had huge crushes on some guys and decided to wait for it to disguise themselves so they could follow them unnoticed. Her solution? Bronzer. A lot of bronzer. She said, "I put bronzer all over myself in a Scary Spice fro so I thought they would think I was like a black girl and so I could stalk them." Yes, that was an actual sentence she said out loud. Needless to say, the reaction was not great. One person summed it up. "How do you tell that story with your whole chest and think it's okay?" Others pointed out that even in the early 2000s, this would have raised eyebrows. Blake has yet to address the backlash, but maybe next time she should stick to stories about awkward high school crushes that don't require a public apology tour. Blake Lively's fashion choices just sparked a debate no one saw coming. When It Ends With Us started filming, no one expected the biggest controversy to come from the wardrobe. But here we are. Blake reportedly sourced pieces from Magnolia Pearl, a fashion brand known for its poverty-core aesthetic. Think ripped fabrics, patchwork dresses, and a vibe that screams struggling artist, but at a price that only the ultra-rich can afford. Some of these effortlessly distressed outfits cost thousands of dollars. Yes, thousands, to look broke. Critics were quick to call it out, pointing out how the brand's marketing included models doing farm work in designer rags. The internet didn't hold back, with one user summing it up. "Imagine dressing like a Victorian street urchin for fun when people actually have to live like this." Yikes. While Blake hasn't addressed the backlash directly, let's just say that playing a struggling florist while wearing a $900 peasant blouse is a choice. Blake Lively's outfits might be saying more than we think. Fashion is all about making a statement, but Blake might be taking that way too literally. According to internet detectives, she's been using her wardrobe to throw shade. One of the wildest examples? She allegedly wore a Britney Spears-inspired dress on set, knowing full well that Justin Baldoni once had an awkward run-in with the pop icon. Apparently, Justin had previously shared a cringeworthy story about meeting Britney, where he got a little too excited and hugged her out of nowhere. His own words, "I think I scared her." Yeah, not exactly a career highlight, so when Blake showed up in a dress eerily similar to one of Britney's iconic looks, people started connecting the dots. Was it a coincidence? A subtle dig? A next-level power move? Fans were divided. Some saw it as harmless fun. Others, not so much. One person tweeted, "Wearing a Britney dress just to mess with someone's embarrassing past? That's some mastermind energy." Ryan Reynolds is less of a supportive husband and more of a silent accomplice to Blake. Blake and Ryan are Hollywood's golden couple, witty, stylish, and seemingly perfect. But lately, people are side-eyeing their joint actions, especially when it comes to Blake's alleged mean girl behavior. Rumors suggest Ryan wasn't just a supportive husband, he may have been actively backing Blake's behind-the-scenes moves. Some speculate that the couple together tried to influence the production of It Ends With Us in ways that weren't exactly collaborative. Whether that meant making certain calls, pushing for changes, or just being a bit too involved, people aren't letting it slide. Fans started noticing odd patterns. One tweet summed it up: "Blake and Ryan really out here acting like a Hollywood monarchy." Another added, "It's giving we run this town energy." Now, was Ryan involved, or was he just standing by his wife? Either way, some think his silence says a lot. Others, they just want Deadpool 3 to drop without drama.